Book of 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, where your children be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. All praise to Yahweh, Bashim Al-Shai, of honest the elders and the apostles, the great millstone, Shalom to the whole elect and secret and be the elect of the nation of Israel. And scattered abroad amongst the heathen. Some look like the heathen, again 144,000. Preacher, teacher, prophet, Shalom. I had an article on this from yesterday. I was holding it, but I can't find it.
The idea.
I was waiting to see what was going to come of it and see what, more information out about it. But this right here is by Times of India. Iran unveils thermonuclear bomb against U.S. and allies in Big Red Sea order and allies. Let's read it again. Iran unveils thermonuclear bomb against U.S. and allies in Big Red Sea order to Yemen ally. So it's going into, as you see, Iran has asked Yemen's Houthi movement to stand ready to close the Red Sea oil route if the United States strikes Iranian power infrastructure, right? Because Trump said that he was going to do it. 3 sources told Reuters on Thursday, posing a potent new threat to global energy supplies. You see that? The idea has been discussed with the Islamic Republic's leadership, and the message has been conveyed to Iran's Houthi allies. 2 senior Iranian sources and a regional source familiar with the matter said, speaking on condition of anonymity, the sources said the Houthis has been informed recently of Tehran's request, which has not been previously reported. So you got people saying no one controls the Gulf of Hormuz. No one can control international waters. No one can control the Red Sea. Wait a minute. Yeah, you can. See, people's definition of control is pretty much dominating or bullying. No. Iran has been putting water mines. They has been attacking ships. And the Houthis can do the same thing at the Red Sea. You said, well, that's what the U.S. Navy is for. No. You can have them there to fight in a naval battle, but these cargo ships are not going to jeopardize billions of dollars, man. Them ships are not cheap. They got insurance on them. Insurance companies ain't taking that risk. So what they say, man, we're going to pull back. We ain't going through there. This is how they control it. Alright? This is how they control it. Now, if they do this, it's going to bring straight up global turmoil, man. You see? This is called shortages, higher prices, all of that. So let's just, globally, that's why you have Shema start off 2nd Ezra 16. Alright? And let's get 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the song places appear unsung, and the full storehouse shall suddenly be found empty. Alright? So less and less and less in the stores. What's in the stores, higher prices. Alright? And people gonna be fighting over those supplies, man. Alright? Things are gonna be rationed out. Then you got global energy. It's gonna really jack this place up, man. The global, the whole globe can be affected by it, most definitely over in America. I typed in what would happen if Yemen shut Red Sea. This is a full closure of the Bab el-Mandeb Strait in Yemen. The southern gateway to the Red Sea will trigger a global economic shockwave. blocking this vital maritime choke point through which roughly 12% of global trade and a significant portion of the world's energy supply passes will cause massive disruptions. Skyrocketing oil and gas prices, that's going to cause everything else to go up. Food, electronics, you name it, medicine. They got transport, right? A shutdown, higher electric bills. A shutdown of the Red Sea, especially if paired with the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. Yeah, I said Gulf of Hormuz, my fault, Strait of Hormuz. It says could cause global, I said that at the beginning of the video, I apologize. Could cause global crude oil prices to spike sharply, potentially sending costs to $200 per barrel as Middle East energy exports are severely restricted. And that'll shut down trucking companies too. Alright? Things be on backlog. Alright? Shortages. Disrupted supply chains and inflation. Shipping companies would be forced to divert vessels around the Cape of Good Hope at the southern tip of Africa. This extended route adds 10 to 14 days of transit time, dramatically escalating shipping costs, causing inventory delays, and driving up the price of consumer goods and food worldwide. Regional and economic strain. Countries relying on the Suez Canal for Europe, Asia trade, such as India and various European nations, will face severe supply deficits. Additionally, nations relying on these routes for critical imports would face acute economic pressure. You see? So, I'm going to just play this video. So, these things eventually going to happen, man. Alright? Because it's prophecy.
Iran has asked.
So, Trump over there just blowing up in and everything all willy-nilly. And you touch Iran power infrastructure. Iran can show you what's up. Iran, the Houthis, Yemen, they're gonna show you what's up. And see, there's no such thing as a peaceful war or a one-way war, man. Everyone is affected. And eventually, all economies are going to be affected and broken down to the point where all economies are going to have to go digital. Alright, remember, America's still the head. Alright, all the economies are going to have to go digital, man. Therefore, ending their currency, going to a digital currency, a digital system, and then the MOTB. Y'all know what that is, the Revelation 13:16 on down. So I'm going to just play this video.
Iran has asked Yemen's Houthi.
Anything can happen at any given time. And we're in them times. This ain't the time to be playing around and slacking, you know.
Iran has asked Yemen's Houthi movement to stand ready to close the Red Sea oil route if the United States strikes Iranian power infrastructure, 3 sources told Reuters on Thursday, posing a potent new threat to global energy supplies. The idea has been discussed within the Islamic Republic's leadership, and the message has been conveyed to Iran's Houthi allies, 2 senior Iranian sources and a regional source familiar with the matter said, speaking on condition of anonymity. The sources said the Houthis had been informed recently of Tehran's request, which has not been previously reported. They did not give further details on how it had been conveyed or whether it was after U.S. President Donald Trump's threat to attack Iranian power infrastructure on Tuesday. Iran's foreign ministry and a spokesperson for the Houthi group were not immediately available to respond to Reuters' request. A source close to the Houthis said the group had completed preparations to attack shipping by deploying missiles and drones near Bab el-Mandeb Strait, the gateway to the Red Sea in Yemen's highlands overlooking Hodeidah and the Gulf of Aden, and was awaiting the order to begin. Any threat to the Red Sea and its Bab el-Mandeb gateway risks hugely exacerbating the global energy crisis triggered by Iran's closure of the Strait of Hormuz and underscores the explosive risks stemming from a new round of warfare. With the Hormuz Strait already shut, any Houthi attacks on vessels or ports in the Red Sea would leave the Middle East's two main oil export routes disrupted simultaneously, opening a new front in both the energy crisis and Iran's wider conflict with the United States. Representatives of the Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, who are already in Yemen, will control the decision on when to close the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, said the source close to the Houthis. In a sign of escalating tensions in the region, the Houthis fired missiles at Saudi Arabia after accusing the kingdom of bombing an airport under their control on Monday, breaking a 4-year truce in the conflict between the kingdom and the group. Two regional sources close to Riyadh said the kingdom was taking threats from Iran and the Houthis very seriously, adding that Riyadh was aware the Yemeni group was now closely coordinating with Iran over the Red Sea. The conflict began on February 28th when Israel and the United States attacked Iran, leading Tehran to shut the Strait of Hormuz, the main route before the war for around a fifth of global energy supplies. Tensions have mounted since a fragile June truce between Tehran and Washington collapsed, reviving fears of full-scale war and disrupting energy flows through the strait. A significant amount of Gulf oil has since been diverted to the Red Sea through a Saudi pipeline, and the waterway now carries around 7% of global energy supplies. When the Houthis attacked shipping during the Gaza war, major shipping companies diverted their cargoes to the much longer, more expensive route around Africa. Closing down the strait would not be difficult, the source said, adding, anybody with a firing rifle can interrupt the shipping. You don't have to have sophisticated missiles to interrupt the shipping. Iran views the Houthis as part of its regional Axis of Resistance, an alliance that also includes Lebanon's Hezbollah and Iraqi Shiite armed groups that have already joined the regional conflict between Iran and Washington. But the Houthi rebels have not formally entered the fray. The United States says Iran has provided the Houthis with weapons, funding, and training, including support channeled through Hezbollah. Iran has denied the accusation.
This is the dramatic moment an Iranian Mahan airjet touched down in Houthi-controlled Hodeidah, sending clouds of dust across the runway and triggering panic among passengers on board. Just moments earlier, the aircraft had been preparing to land at Sana'a International Airport. But at the last moment, everything changed. Why? Because Yemen's internationally recognized government says it launched strikes around Sana'a Airport in an effort to prevent the Iranian aircraft from landing. According to reports, this was no ordinary flight. The aircraft was reportedly carrying a Houthi delegation returning from funeral ceremonies for Iran's former supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, along with medical patients and stranded civilians. For those on board, it was a terrifying near miss. Iran's Fars news agency reported that the aircraft was forced to divert to Hodeidah following the attack. Footage later showed the Mahan airjet safely landing, with passengers disembarking and being welcomed by Houthi representatives. Houthi broadcaster Al Masira quoted the group's transport minister as saying, "The Iranian aircraft has landed on the homeland soil, carrying medical patients, stranded civilians, and the official delegation of the Republic of Yemen." Sana'a and much of northern Yemen, including the strategic Red Sea port of Hodeidah, is controlled by the Iran-aligned Houthis. Yemen's internationally recognized government, backed by Saudi Arabia and several Gulf states, operates from the southern city of Aden. Before the reported strikes, Yemen's defense ministry issued an urgent warning, ordering civilians, airport workers, diplomatic missions, and humanitarian organizations to evacuate Sana'a International Airport and its surrounding areas until further notice. The confrontation did not end there. The Iran-backed Houthis rejected the government's version of events and instead accused Saudi Arabia of carrying out the strikes on Sana'a International Airport. The accusations quickly pushed the region closer to another dangerous escalation. In response, the Houthis launched missile attacks towards Saudi Arabia, shattering a 4-year period of relative calm between the kingdom and the Iran-aligned group. Houthi rebels launched missiles and drones at Saudi Arabia's Aba International Airport. Houthi military spokesperson Yahya Sari described the reported strikes as a blatant aggression, warning that they had brought the fragile truce to an end.
The Yemeni armed forces carried out a qualitative military operation targeting Aba International Airport using a number of ballistic missiles and drones. The operation successfully achieved its objectives, thanks be to God. The Saudi enemy, by its reckless decision to unjustly attack Sana'a International Airport, bears full responsibility and the dire consequences for this brutal aggression, which serves the American Zionist enemy and all the repercussions that follow. The Yemeni armed forces confirmed their determination to proceed with the right to repel the aggression and lift the unjust siege on our country. In this context, we warn all airlines against flying through Saudi airspace, and they must take our warning seriously until the siege on Sana'a International Airport is lifted.
We can hear you, my man. Let me lie, I appreciate it, though. So there you have it. Real quick, 2 articles just came up. Hopefully transfer to this phone. Let's see. Yeah. 19 hours ago, IRGC threatens to shut all Gulf energy routes as U.S. daytime strikes escalate. Let's get this other one. Then we're gonna close out. Exciting times, man. Exciting times. Let's see, hit that on this moment. I mean, pretty much the same thing. Iran just threatened to crush all the infrastructure in the region over Hormuz and promised America a superior strike. So, hey, we most definitely in them times, man. So, be prepared, man. You know, in the spirit. You know, gird up your loins, man. Meaning the loins of your mind, man. Hey, we got to put out the weak thoughts, cares of this world, man. Put out that weak nature. Cause all hell about to break loose, and when it do, and we don't have the resource that we are accustomed to having, hey, faith is gonna have to kick in 1,000,000%, man. All right, and we got to be praying even more, calling on the names of Yahweh Shema Shah even more, and we really gonna have to be stand firm in the faith, man, because we got to walk by faith and not by sight. Because a lot of things gonna happen. Power go out, food gonna spoil. Which Yahweh Shema Shah could cause our food to stay fresh. You do whatever you want. But hey, we do know, hey, it's a time of the triumph of the faith of the elect, man. The elect of Israel. For the elect shall be tried as gold and fire. Alright? Alright? So I just wanted to hit this real quick through the spirit of prayer. How about Shema Shah? Stay prayed and how about Shema Shah? Hey, stay cool out there to the best of your ability. Stay hydrated. Hey, man. It's hot, man. Stay prayed and how about Shema Shah? Shalom.